The Galactic Council chamber floated serenely above the crystalline world of Nexus Prime, a monument to 10,000 years of peaceful cooperation. Ambassador Chen stood before the assembled representatives, her posture relaxed, almost casual, a stark contrast to the rigid, protocol-obsessed delegates who surrounded her. "The human petition for expanded trade routes is amusing," chittered Cathax, the Vraxian diplomat, his compound eyes gleaming with barely concealed contempt. "Your species has been part of the Council for merely 30 cycles, perhaps another century of observation before..." The chamber's alarms shrieked. Every delegate's translator crackled simultaneously with the emergency broadcast. A Zelkran colony ship, carrying 15,000 civilians, mostly younglings, had been seized by the Kurrish marauders in the Omega sector. The transmission included footage. Terrified families herded into cargo holds, the pirates' cruel laughter echoing through the feeds. Ambassador Chen's body language shifted. It wasn't dramatic. She didn't shout or gesticulate. But every predator species in the chamber, those few whose ancestors had once hunted, felt their instincts scream warnings. The Krallic ambassador's scales flattened defensively. The Thorian representative's breathing accelerated. Chen's brown eyes, which moments ago had sparkled with diplomatic warmth, became something else entirely. Flat, calculating, cold. "How long ago?" Her voice dropped an octave. 20 minutes, warbled the Zelkran high speaker, her bioluminescence flickering with distress. "Our defense fleet is 40 hours away. The Kursh are demanding tribute and..." "Ambassador Chen, while we sympathize," Cathax interrupted, "this is not Earth's concern. The humans have no ships in that sector, no strategic interest." Chen wasn't looking at him anymore. She was looking through him. Her fingers moved across her wrist communicator with predatory precision. "This is Ambassador Chen. Authorization Crimson 7 Alpha. I need the Valkyrie, the Mjolnir, and the Revenant." "Current positions?" The reply crackled through. "Ma'am, Valkyrie is 19 minutes from Omega Sector. The others are 42 minutes out." Something rippled through the council chamber. Confusion, then dawning horror as the implications sank in. The humans had warships positioned within striking distance of a supposedly safe sector. Ships nobody knew about. Ships that moved through space like ghosts. "You've been watching?" The Zelkran speaker's colors shifted to shocked purple. Chen ignored her. "Commander Harrison, you are weapons-free. I want those hostages alive and those pirates very, very dead. 17 minutes or less." 17 minutes? Cathax's laugh was nervous now. Impossible. Even a rescue operation would take hours of negotiation, tactical planning. "You don't understand," whispered the Krallic ambassador, his species' ancient memories stirring. "Look at her eyes." Every delegate turned. Chen stood perfectly still, but her eyes tracked data only she could see through her neural interface. There was something ancient in her expression, something that predated civilization itself, the focused intensity of a hunter who had spotted prey. The main display flickered to life, showing the Kursh ship. It was massive, bristling with weapons, its hull scarred from 1,000 raids. 14 minutes later, a new ship appeared on the sensors. The UHSF Valkyrie didn't announce itself. It didn't hail the pirates or attempt negotiation. It simply materialized from quantum slip space barely 3,000 kilometers from the Kurrish vessel, a distance that made every military expert in the chamber gasp. That close, any miscalculation would have been catastrophic. The Valkyrie didn't look like the sleek, elegant vessels of council races. It was angular, aggressive, covered in armor plating and weapon ports. It looked like what it was, a machine built by persistence hunters who had clawed their way to the top of their food chain. "Kursh vessel, this is Commander Harrison of the UHSF Valkyrie. You have 60 seconds to release the hostages or..." The pirates opened fire. What happened next would be analyzed in military academies for generations. The Valkyrie moved like nothing the Council had ever seen. It didn't dodge, it calculated. Every blast of plasma that should have connected somehow found empty space, while the human ship closed distance at speeds that defied tactical doctrine. Closer, closer, until it was within knife-fighting range by space combat standards. Then the Valkyrie deployed its close assault drones. Hundreds of them, each no larger than a human fist, swarmed across the void like metallic locusts. They bypassed shields, burned through armor, and located the hostages with terrifying precision. Simultaneously, the Valkyrie fired. Not missiles or energy weapons, but magnetically accelerated tungsten rods that punched through the pirate ship's weapon systems with surgical accuracy. "They're not trying to destroy it," breathed the Thorian military observer. "They're dissecting it." Chen's expression hadn't changed. "Commander Harrison's status?" "Hostages secured. We've cut them out of the cargo hold. Transferring to Valkyrie medbay now. Kirsch casualty, a pause. Approximately 100%. Approximately? Some tried to flee in escape pods, ma'am. They didn't make it." The chamber fell silent except for the soft clicking of translator devices. Chen finally turned back to the council, and the diplomatic warmth returned to her eyes as if someone had flipped a switch. But everyone present now understood it was exactly that. A switch. Something that could be turned off when necessary. "The hostages are safe," she said calmly. "The pirates have been neutralized. I believe we were discussing trade routes." Kathak stared at her. You had ships positioned, watching, waiting." "Of course." Chen's smile was pleasant, professional. "Humans learned long ago that the best way to prevent tragedies is to be prepared for them. We've been quietly ensuring that no pirate, raider, or slaver operates without us knowing about it. We've been mapping their routes, tracking their vessels, understanding their patterns. For how long? Since we joined the council. But why didn't you tell us?" Chen's expression flickered just for a moment, and the predator looked out again. "Because you would have called it aggressive, warmongering, humans playing soldier. But you see, Ambassador Kathax, my species has a saying, if you want peace, prepare for war. We didn't ask permission. We didn't wait for council approval. We just made sure that when something terrible happened, we'd be ready." She leaned forward slightly. "Do you know what humans are, Ambassador? We're endurance hunters. We're the species that ran prey to death across endless plains. We didn't give up. Ever. And now you've seen what that means out here among the stars. We don't just defend ourselves. When innocents are threatened, we hunt. We calculate, we strike. And we don't stop until the prey," her voice hardened, "is eliminated." The Zelkran High Speaker's colors had shifted to grateful gold. "You saved them. Our younglings, yes." Chen's warmth returned fully. "And we'd do it again. For any council species. That's what humans do. We protect the pack." As the council session dissolved into chaos, some delegates horrified, others awed, the Zelkran weeping with gratitude, Chen allowed herself a small, satisfied smile. Humanity had just shown the galaxy what it meant to trigger a predator response, and the galaxy would never look at humans the same way again.